Hi friends, today I'm explaining what is the difference between interface and abstract class in C#.NET with real-time example. Interface is a type. It can contain only abstract members. Interface only declare methods, property, events. It is called interface here. Interface can support multiple inheritance. Interface it cannot support the constructor and destructor. A interface can extend another interface. Interface cannot create the object. Interface default here public members here. Here I have take the one interface IMP and another interface IDPT. I have take the two interfaces here and I have take the one class EMP. I have to inherit to two interface here, interface IMP IDPT, two interfaces, and I have to using the here that interface that method name, whatever method here, first interface here IMP under get EMP details method I have to pass here, and second interface is IDPT and IDPT dot get department details. So interface can support the multiple inheritance, like this is a multiple inheritance. I have to declare one interface and another interface means a interface can support to multiple interfaces. A class can be implement several interfaces, like one class here I have to support multiple here two interfaces here. This is called interface, and interface cannot create the object. So my first interface is IMP obj equal to new class EMP. This is my derivative class here. So interface cannot create the object. So directly that IMP obj equal to IMP, I'm not here. So interface cannot create the object. So here interface cannot support the constructor and destructor also here. So and first my interface is IMP obj equal to new class EMP, and second interface IDPT obj 1. I'm not using same object here. First object here obj. I have to second interface creating object 1 equal to new class EMP obj dot get details. This is interface, and I will show you abstraction also. Here abstract class means abstract class can contain abstract and non-abstract members. Abstract class should have only subclasses. Abstract class cannot support the constructor and destructor. It can be support the constructor and destructor, but abstract class cannot support the multiple inheritance. It can be supports only single inheritance. Here this is a syntax of the abstract class. This is abstract class name, and I have to using get EMP details, and I have to pass the properties like int employee number, string ename, and here public abstract void get details. I am using abstract and non-abstract members here. Abstract class extending only abstract members here. So this is that derivative class DPT, and I have to inherit it to base class. Here base class means class employee. So abstract class it can be supports only single inheritance. Abstract class it cannot support the multiple inheritance. So abstract class cannot create the object. Compared to interface, abstract execution will be fast. Interface execution be slow compared to abstract class because of interface where I can implementation means, for example, I have 10 methods. These 10 methods I need to implementation at a time in the derivative class. That time I have to use interface. In the abstract class, it cannot support the multiple inheritance. It can be support only single inheritance. So this is a class EMP, class DPT, this is the single inheritance. So compared to interface, abstract class execution will be fast. So here only support the single inheritance. So so here class dpt whatever method is there, I have to pass here. In first here, get employee details, get department details, I have to pass employee number e name, employee number 10 e name Suresh, and department number 20 department name sales. So this is a difference. I know the interface and abstract. And second one is what is the difference between static and non-static? Static means static same as a constant. We can access the variable without creating any instance. So this is called static. I have to take a class name is employee. I have to declare public static into employee number, public static string enum, public static void get details. I have to declare here, and this is a static here. So I'm not using static here. This is a non-static. So static cannot create the object. Non-static it can be create the object. So my class name is employee, I'm not create the object here. So that class name dot whatever property I have to declare, I am passing here. Class dot employee number equal to 10, class dot e name equal to Ramana, class dot whatever method here I have to passing here. And non-static, this is called non-static. I'm not using any static here. So non-static create the object. So class emp obj equal to new class employee, and obj dot department number, obj dot department name, obj dot get details, whatever property I have to declare, I have to passing here. So main difference here, static does not create the object, non-static create the object. Static it can be called by only class name here, and non-static it can be called by object name. That is the differences here. Hi friends, can you please subscribe my videos?